So we're going to do 3 things today. We're going to classify them, meaning we're really not doing the whole classifying thing. We're just going to write them in standard form, talk about the degree and the leading coefficient. So some of those words should sound familiar. We're going to add and subtract them, which is basically our bell ringer of combining like terms, and we're going to multiply. So let's start with the writing in standard form. If I have standard form. If I have a polynomial is basically any degrees. So it could be like the 7th degree, the 27th degree, whereas, and you can have as many terms as you want. But it could look something like this. 5x minus 9x to the 4th plus 2x squared plus 7. This is an example of a polynomial. But this polynomial is not written in standard form. Does anybody remember what standard form means?
Isn't it like the greatest exponent?
Yep. It's the greatest exponent, which in this case is 4, all the way down to the number, or the smallest exponent. So if I want to write this in standard form, my first term is going to be this negative 9x to the 4th. Then I'm going to go plus 2x squared. What's going to come next? Plus 5x. And then I have a plus 7. So this is written in standard form because I have the highest exponent all the way down to the lowest exponent. Good so far? Okay, there's 2 things you're going to pick out from this, and you might remember it from Algebra 2. You're going to pick out your leading coefficient, and you're going to pick out your degree. Your degree is going to be your highest exponent. So what is the highest exponent here?
X to the 4th.
Okay, so I'm just going to write 4 is my degree. And then the leading coefficient is the number that's in front of that x. If there's no number written there, what number do you put? A 1. But we do have a number written here, so the leading coefficient here is negative 9. And this is all you're going to have to do for this first section, or this first part today.
So before you can find those, you have to put it in standard form.
Yeah. When you need to find these 2 things, if you write in standard form, it's real easy because it's just this first term. Okay? And I think on your test, what I just looked at, you're going to have to write in standard form and then pick out the leading coefficient and degree. Easy enough?
Yeah.
We're not going to name them, so we're really not classifying them. We're just getting information from them. Okay? Do I need to do another one of these, or are you guys good with that? Do one more? No? Okay. Okay, then let's move on to adding and subtracting. And you guys, I only have a handful of problems today for you to do. Oh, wait, no, not this class. That's my Algebra 2. Oh, yeah, there's still not very many. Looks like a lot more than it is. Okay, so we'll start with the easy one, the adding. It's going to look like this. 5x cubed minus 7x squared.
Is that cubed or squared?
Sorry. Cubed. Minus 7x squared minus 3 plus x cubed. I almost said it again. Plus 2x squared minus x plus 8. There's something up here that does no good, and it is the parentheses. When you're adding polynomials, this is how it's going to look in your book, but when you're adding polynomials, you don't need these parentheses, okay? It's only when you're subtracting that the parentheses are important. But for this, you can just write down like our bell ringer today, and or you can just ignore the parentheses. And all we're doing is combining like terms. So to go with this 5x cubed, I have this x cubed. So I have 6x cubed. Negative 7x squared goes with?
2x squared.
2x squared. So I have a negative 5x squared.
The negative x left over.
Yep, negative x. There's nothing to go with that. So we'll just say negative x. And then you've got these numbers. Plus 5. So this is the bell ringer. Combining like terms. Does anybody remember what you have to do when you have a subtraction? distribute the negative. So that's the only difference. So
Why
let's.
isn't it x squared? But you have x cubed minus x and then you get x
X cubed plus.
minus x. Don't you have to combine them?
I don't know what.
Minus x is by itself because there's no exponent. So you can't
Yeah, you
pair it
can't.
with
Those aren't like terms.
Oh.
Okay, let's do a subtraction one.
Oh, the multiplication is so easy. You just do this box thing.
You can do box or you can just FOIL. Let's do one subtraction one so we have this in our notes. Minus 4x plus 2 minus parenthesis 3x to the 4th minus 4x squared plus 3x. Okay, here's where you can't just drop the parentheses and combine like terms because you have a minus here. So anything that comes after the minus sign needs to be distributed to, which basically just changes all their signs. So this becomes a negative 3x to the 4th plus 4x squared minus 3x. The first part stays the same. And you guys finish this problem.
Doesn't it pretty much just end up being the same thing now? Because you're subtracting the negative, which is just adding.
Say that one more time.
Okay, so like on the 7x to the 4th minus negative 3x, it's going to be,
It's not minus the negative, it's just minus 3x
Oh.
to the 4th. Okay, let's see if we agree. Is this what you guys got? 4x to the 4th plus 3x squared minus 7x plus 2? Yep. Okay. So that's basically adding and subtracting. Adding is just combining like terms. Subtracting after you distribute the negative is combining like terms. Can we move on to multiplying? Okay. All right. Multiplying polynomials. And these polynomials are going to be easy. And I'm going to start out by saying you are able to do whatever method you want to do. So if I have 2x minus 4 times x plus 5, how many of you in here would FOIL this? Okay, that's what my brain goes to. And the rest of you are box method people? Okay, so let's do it both ways. So we just do one example of this. So the box method is I'm going to write each term on each side, and then x and a 5, and you would multiply in the boxes. If you're FOILing, I do the first term, and I have 2x squared. Outer term, I have plus 10x. Inside is negative 4x. And last would be negative 20. Here I'd get 2x squared, negative 4x, 10x, and negative 20. So when you combine together the x's, I get 2x squared plus 6x minus 20. So I don't care what method you do. I will say if we get more than 2 terms that you're multiplying, I always go to the box method. But when I have 2, I FOIL. And it's up to you what your brain thinks like. Okay, how was that today? Pretty easy? So now you've got homework assignment that we'll start class with tomorrow. I don't think we'll try to go over it today. Oh, I'm going to go over all of it at the end of class tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have 2 new examples to show you tomorrow, so make sure you get this done in class today. But you will have a little work time tomorrow if you just have a couple left.
Are we gonna continue notes on this tomorrow?
I've got 2 more examples tomorrow, yeah. This is all even. All of this stuff is even. This is all.
Okay.